Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Dominique, aka Mr. Kid Thunder 2, coming back at you again with another video. So basically, what I'm gonna talk about today is I'm gonna talk about why I picked Army OCS and not Navy, Coast Guard, or the Chair Force. So yeah, get straight into it. The number one reason I picked Army is because branches. Okay, so in the Navy, which was my closest competitor because my family's all Navy, all of them. Um, Navy is like I saw SWO supply that were like the easiest to get. There was like SWO and supply, and then there was like Intel and stuff, but you had to do like the most for all of that. So you had to do like the most. It seemed like you had to take a like for I took the Navy's OAR, and there's like another test you got to take to get the ASTB. That's what you got to take the ASTB for the Navy's for a couple of the Navy's stuff. Well, with the Army, all you got to do is get into OCS, and once you get into OCS, you compete for your job. And so my thing was I could hang with the best of them. I'm smart, and I'm if not more athletic than just as athletic as the most like athletic person there. So basically, with the branches, and you got like the biggest diversity. So the Navy, you know your job before you get there, but with the Army OCS, you get here and you compete for 16 different branches. I mean, that's kind of cool. And if you're a competitive person, you just compete and get your job. And there's like a huge plethora of stuff you can do. You can do a whole bunch of desk work as an AG, or you could do finances, more desk work, or you could get out into the field and do like field artillery or infantry um, or other stuff. And then you've got your loggy branches. You've got QM, OD, and transpo, which are basically jobs for that set you up when you get out into the civilian world. So a big thing is like there's a lot of branches in the Army that set you up well for the civilian world. Like SIGO. If you were a SIGO, you could easily get out making 80 straight out. If you did any of the loggy branches, QM, OD, or transpo, you get out 60, 70. Um, MI, you get your top secret clear. You get your top secret security clearance, and as soon as you get out, you get another job. And it's so much easier to get branches here. Like they're competitive. Don't get me wrong. There's some sharp, strong, physically fit guys here. Um, but it's like easier to get branches here. I feel like in the other branches, like the shore guard and the chair force, you couldn't really. The branches were like harder to get. It seemed like it didn't. They didn't really seem as fair. In the army, in Army OCS, you just come out here, you compete, and then, you know, that's it. But in the other branches, it didn't really seem as fair. I feel like the army has like the best. I would say chance to get a good job when you come out. If you really apply yourself here, like you can get out and get a really good job. Where you go, I would say if there's 16 different branches, cyber, boom, signal, boom, all three transpos, that's 5 out of 16. MI, boom, that's 6. Um, ADA is good too. That's a combat arms. Chem, boom, that's 8. That's 8 branches out of the 16. Med services, I could keep going. That you have a guaranteed job when you get out. Engineering, boom, that's 9, 10 branches. Like you can't beat that. You really can't beat that. I could go on and on and on about which branches would you would get out and you get a really good job, or which I'm gonna call it, you'd get out and you just be set, or they set you up for grad school. The army sends you back. You can't go wrong. Really, you almost can go wrong with the army. Sorry, they're busy out there in the hallway. But camaraderie. The second thing is camaraderie. I think the brotherhood. You get out the army is supposed to be pretty good. It was really good when I was in ROTC. So I do know I already made a brother for life, man. I got 2 guys that I know. There's my bros for life already. I know that. So that's what's up. I like the camaraderie. For me, the big thing. This is the third one. A big thing is self growth. Like when I joined the army, like going to the army, I knew this is going to be hard for me. Like this is tough for me. because I'm an inside type of person. I do not like being outside. I do not like the woods. I don't like weapons. I don't even like the new uniforms. I really don't like the new uniforms, but the army is going to grow me. I'm going to get a lot of self growth. Like, the army is very uncomfortable for me. Okay, any other branch would be very comfortable for me. They would, the Navy, the Coast Guard, or the Chair Force. They'd be very comfortable for me. I wouldn't be out of my element. But if I joined the army, getting out there in the woods, running around, staying out, doing field exercises for like staying out in the field for a month, like, I hate that. Like, that's type of stuff I hate. Like, I just want to sit in my room, deploy to my desk, and just work from there. But the army gets me out of my comfort zone, and it really like grows me up. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be a better person, and I want to maximize the best I can be. I don't want to live like the same year 75 times and call it a life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to live um, mediocre. I want to be the best Dominique I can be, and I feel like the army will get me out of my comfort zone, toughen me up, get me a little more aggressive, put me out there, put me in some uncomfortable situations like the outside. Oh God, do I hate the outside. Um, and then you know, like, make me grow up. Like, I don't even like PT. My PT score may be almost 300, but I don't even really like working out. Like for real. Like, I don't, but I know I have to because it's good for you and all this other stuff. Anyway, moving on. Money. Money is the fourth thing is money. I guess it doesn't really matter because all the branches basically make the same amount of money. But I do know that when you deploy with the army, don't know how it is with the other branches. The money is taxed. It's tax free, and it's important to me because I'm an investor. I invest in the stock market, and I'm a habitual investor. I make money off the stock market, so saving as much money as I can, getting as much money as I can, is important to me. And then if one day I want to have a family or something, I want to be able to do that. And the fifth thing right now I have is finish what I started. So y'all know I was in ROTC. I had to leave ROTC. When I mean I spent 3 years with those guys and then I had to leave, that was heartbreaking. That broke my heart. Okay, like, there are some things that it's hard to spend 3 years with people and then leave them. Bam, like, and they move on and progress with their lives, and I didn't not progress. I became a scientist, and I just kind of kept moving, and they just went their other way. So it was tough. But ROTC back in the day was forcing everybody to go reserves anyway. So I was like, 4 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, back when it was super hard to get active duty. Another good reason to pick OCS is because if you're active duty before you even start. You know, so yeah, that's it. So eventually I'm gonna make another video, and I'm gonna call it like 7 things I wish I knew before joining Army OCS, because there's a lot of things I wish I knew before coming here. Like, it would have definitely made me rethink my decision. Not rethink it, but like, I would have thought about it more. And I think people should know that. Like, one of the things is, like, if you get here and you don't get through OCS, you're stuck. Your needs of the Army. You can't get out of the Army. That's it. Like, that's just one thing. That's just a preview. Like, mad stuff they don't tell you. Anyway, um, anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure to hit me up on my Instagram or my Snapchat, um, or my email. I'll put on my email. People email me. People hit me up all the time. I'm always open to answer questions. Any comment I see, I answer it. If I don't answer, it's because I don't see it. Um, that's it, everybody. Take it easy. Peace.